Hi everyone, thought I'd give you all a bit of an update on what's been going on with the bike, as several people have asked. But life has been a bit busy the last year. I had a really bad back problem which put me out of action really doing anything for several months. Then I got married and also moved a house. And my wife is pregnant too, so I've been very, very busy. The bike is in a much better workshop now that I'm down at my wife's house, and much cleaner, much nicer, and the most important thing, it's got no rats in it. Unfortunately, during the winter, the rats ate all the wiring. Well, not all of the wiring, but they really made a mess in here, and so I've been working on getting that wiring back together again and fixed, which has been a bit of a task. I've been working on hooking up my homemade sort of M unit, which I hope will work. If it doesn't, I will throw it in the trash and buy an M unit. Also had a hell of a job with the front brake, trying to bleed it. Nearly drove me mad. I just wanted to put a temporary brake line on it, which I had this one, and so I just jotted it on because I wanted to just push it down from my old house to my new house, and just could not get the air out of this unit. It just wouldn't bleed, and I literally spent hours and hours on it. I even ended up replacing the seals in there, but it made no difference at all. The other ones were good, and it's still not working properly. Back brake works fine. Never had a problem with bleeding a brake as I have on this. I've now decided to leave it for the moment until I get the new brake line in. And do it properly, actually 2 brake lines. Battery under here, but it does make connecting things up rather complicated, rather difficult to get to, so I've been working on that. Also not happy with the setup of my brake here. It's not quite correct. This needs to come up, so I'm going to have to look how I can put more adjustment into this, because there's not a lot of clearance in here at all. So don't know what I'm going to end up doing there. What else have I got? I've got some nice new bolts. Finally came in, which are for these stands. Got to go through there, nice and long, into the foot pegs. Figure out how to put my Acewell speedo sensor on, which I'm probably going to fit down here, because I think it bolts into one of these. Remove one of these and put it in. Got to make a fuel line, which I'm going to probably make in copper like this. It'll come down because this is just so close to the engine. My fault for not having mocked up with the engine in beforehand, otherwise I could have moved this, cut it and put it in here where the original XS tanks are. Error when building the bike. But apart from that, that's about it. Oh, got to make a new one of these as well, longer, bring this up. This was just a mock-up, temporary thing. And hopefully within the next couple of months I'll actually have the bike running. The biggest problem that I had was that this bike sat in that workshop all winter. And unfortunately it has rats, lots of rats, and the rats decided to eat my cables. So all my nice wiring, which was done, has now been totally chewed up by the rats. So it's I'm now going to try and fix it all. Bit of a tragedy, and if you're wondering why rats keep eating cables, it's because this outer part that looks like plastic actually has some maize in it, corn flour or something, which the rats can smell and taste, and so they chew it and eat everything and ruin one's wiring. So, if you live anywhere where you have rats and you leave your motorcycle, I would highly recommend you putting some rat poison down. So, this is my task for today, is to at least try and start on repairing the wiring. Oh, and as you can see, they even tried to eat the electronics box for the electronic ignition. Oh, and the relay and everything. Luckily they didn't eat that. Positive wires into my control panel. Now I just got to figure out all these other wires, where they went, because it's months ago that I connected them and I can't remember. And the rats ate my wiring plan as well. I found that all eaten up. They chewed it up for bedding. Back up now. A couple of wires I can't remember where they go to. That's the problem when you don't do yourself a proper plan. These are the two wires that go to the rear brake light and light. So that's okay. There's just these, I'm not sure where they go to. This one, I think that's the horn, I think. So, need to figure that out. Once I get those 2 or 3 back, that should be okay. What a pain in the butt.